Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here with Abel Sanchez in Las Vegas, who you will be cornering Alex Salcedo this Friday, trainer of many, many fighters. Let's start with the one that you have on hand. I know a lot of fans don't know about him. Let me know a little bit more about his style and what do you expect from him on Friday?
He's 22-0, a young guy still learning. I expect for him to go out and practice some of the things that we've been working on in the gym. I've had him, this is my first training camp with him, so I don't expect him to be, hopefully, the pressure on him because everybody expects a lot from him. I just want him to go out and practice. I don't want to put any kind of undue pressure on him, but he's a boxer puncher, very good skills, just a matter of putting them together right now.
You have a title fight coming up with your man Murat Gassiev going up against Lebedev. That's a fight that, to me, I look at it, it's like, wow, that's an explosive fight. Both guys are big punchers. How's he looking, and what do you expect coming out from that fight?
Well, fortunately, right now the cruiserweight division is hot. It's got 3 or 4 different guys that are very, very good. Usyk, the Ukrainian guy, just beat the Polish boy. He's very good. Lebedev obviously has been a champion for a long time. I have a young man that's 23 years old, and Murat Gassiev, that has the skills, has the talent, has the punching power. I wouldn't say concerned, but what I'm looking forward to is see how he reacts in the atmosphere of a title fight. Sometimes the lights cause you to freeze a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't, and if he doesn't, we're going to see a heck of a fight. Lebedev being the experienced guy, and my guy being the young stud with punching power, should be for an explosive fight.
How do you see it, you with your boxing brain, really playing out throughout the fight?
Well, I see Lebedev and I see Freddie. First of all, I see Freddie being real smart with Lebedev and making sure that Lebedev picks his spots and doesn't want to exchange with this obviously stronger, bigger guy. I see Freddie asking Lebedev to carry this kid to make sure he takes him into deep waters. And if Lebedev follows instructions, it could be a difficult fight for us because my guy has never been those rounds. But if we're able to corner him and we're able to do the things that we've been doing in the gym, then Lebedev's going to have to fight, and then Freddie's going to have to come up with something different. We haven't seen my guy in a big fight like that, so we don't know if he can change gears. We don't know if he can go from A to B to C. We know Lebedev can. So I think it's going to be a matter of if my guy can adjust to the experience of Lebedev.
I really think that's like the sleeper fight. Like, fans, like it, wherever you can find it, watch the fight because it's going to be a really exciting fight because Murat's a murderous puncher from the fights he's had on the toe-to-toe Tuesdays of the PBC series. Now switching gears, I saw that Gennady's back in Big Bear. What's going on with everything?
No, he's in the gym. He came to the gym about 12 last Monday, actually, not this Monday, but last Monday. He's training. He knows he doesn't have a fight. But he's cognizant of the fact that we have 2 important fights from our gym in Murat and Andy Ruiz, and he's there not only helping and coaching and advising and training. The only thing I won't do is I won't spar him, but he's training just like like a regular training camp. Hopefully a fight comes together at the beginning of the year, but right now there is no fight scheduled for the 10th of December.
What's going on with that? I thought he was going to fight Jacobs.
You know, I don't think Danny and Al and Tom and Guinness people, the Herman brothers, came to final terms. Even though it was a mandatory, for some reason they couldn't come together, but hopefully that fight happens in the first quarter of next year.
So you're confident that fight will end up happening, it's just the timing wasn't too good?
Well, the WBA ordered it. It's a mandated fight, so it's a mandatory and it's supposed to happen. I hope it happens because I think Danny's a great fighter.
Now, how do you see that fight? Many are saying that Danny could be the best opponent that Gennady has faced up to this point in his career. What do you make of all that?
Well, if you go back and look at the last 5 or 6 opponents, it's been the same thing that's been said. But I honestly think that Danny's got the skills, the punching power, the movement, the great amateur pedigree. And he's coming off 8 knockouts in a row, too. I mean, he's doing very well after the Pirog fight. So Andre feels like he needs a little more time, and that's okay with us. I want Danny to be at his best, and so he can give us the kind of fight that hopefully is one of those classics.
And now, obviously, everybody's always asked about the Canelo fight. Is there any update on that? Are we going to see that in September? Are you confident it's going to be in September, or are you still thinking it's 2018?
I've always said that until they get in the ring and touch gloves, the fight's not happening. Anything can happen between now and then. It's a year away or less than a year away. Hopefully it happens for all of us. I want to see it. I think it's a kind of fight that could happen 2 or 3 times, but they don't seem to think so, or else they'd be in a hurry to do it. Canelo's a very talented fighter. It's just a matter of stop talking and prove it to not only to yourself but to the fans.
When Oscar put out the flat fee, how did you take that? Because I know a lot of fans got flashbacks of the Mayweather-Pacquiao stuff where they looked at it and said, hey, look how much money both guys made, and you're offering just a flat fee. That's not fair to the other side. How do you see all that?
I see that as I'm not asking you how much you make. You're not asking me how much I make. It shouldn't be out on social media. It should be negotiated amongst the parties. It should be negotiated in private. And when it's negotiated in private, when the final number gets done, then it gets done. But until then, it's everybody's got an opinion about it. And the bottom line is, it's what Golovkin and what Canelo are willing to accept for the fight, because we all work for them. Oscar works for him, and I work for Golovkin. But I think that it should be done in private. I don't think it's something that social media should be even aware of the negotiations.
Would you say that's the biggest roadblock to making the fight now? Is that?
No, I don't think so. I think that the biggest roadblock is Oscar being 100% sure that Canelo can beat Golovkin. I think Canelo's sure, but I don't think Oscar is sure. And once Canelo convinces him that he can, then I think we're going to be treated to a very good fight.
So if the fight doesn't happen, how do you see this next year coming for Gennady in terms of the fights you want for him? I know there's a lot of people out there kind of hovering, but how do you really navigate him to the road to Canelo?
Well, first of all, hopefully he fights in the first quarter of 17. And then I think we have a fight in Kazakhstan on that Expo 17 in June. And then he'll fight in September. And if all goes well, hopefully we fight 4 times, make up for that one time that we didn't fight this year. I think the fans want to see him. We want to see him. He's getting older. We'd like to enjoy him as long as we can. So if he gets a 4th fight, it'd be fantastic. I don't know who the opponents would be, but we'll worry about the first quarter of 18 or 17 and see if it's Jacobs. I hope it's Jacobs, and then we'll go from there.
Saunders has to be a pick as well, though, for that year, seeing that he has the last piece of the puzzle that Gennady wants.
Yeah, well, Saunders keeps talking. Unfortunately, he may end up having a mandatory that he's not going to like, and that'd be Canelo. I think Canelo's moving up that ladder, and if they happen to make that fight and Canelo beats him, that even makes our fight between Canelo and Golovkin even that much more attractive. So I think Saunders is going to have to make a move eventually, and when he does, he's got 2 guns that are waiting for him, which is Golovkin and Canelo. So just as long as that title comes back over here where we can contest it here in the States and make sure who the #1 middleweight is.
He's in good spirits, Gennady, right now?
Great spirits. He's training. He's helping. And he likes, I think that when he gets older, I think he's going to be a coach. I mean, when he gets retired from boxing, because he's in the gym working with Andy and teaching Andy some things and working with Garcia as he always does. Some of the other guys, Ponomarev and Shafikov, are in the mix too, but I think that he understands that we have 2 very important fights coming up for our gym and for our reputation in our gym, so he wants to help.
That's good to hear as a team guy.
Yeah, he's really a team guy. He really enjoys the guys, being around the guys. So I was surprised that he did come to camp. He's doing everything that the other guys are doing, so it's not like he's taking it easy. He's working just like they are.
All right, Abel, it's good seeing you. Great catching up. Hopefully get a chance to see you up in Big Bear. Abel Sanchez, of course, trainer extraordinaire to many fighters coming up. Big matchups for him in this next year.